How's it going, everybody? So here we go. Here's the first official episode of To Buy or Not to Buy. This is going to be kind of like my unboxing channel. As I've explained before, I'm a collector. I'm not the most prestigious collector in the world, as my name insists. Your average Jeff. I am your average collector, but I do like to collect things, and I do like to kind of take a look at the new statues and stuff like that are coming out. And I would like to give a shout out to the employees at my local GameStop, sorry. I do shop at Quick-Stop a lot though too, but the crew over at GameStop, also, as I said in the descriptive video, they really do look out for my best interest as a consumer, and they get to know me as well as a consumer. But they're also all really cool people that are into the same things that I'm into, and they know my taste very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right into this. The first thing that I picked up today was this really cool Mario Kart light. I haven't even had a chance to pull the plastic off of it yet. I don't know if you guys have seen these at your GameStop, but I've seen it there for about a month now, and I thought it was really cool and wanted to check it out and see. But as far as lamps go, it's pretty cool, you know what I mean? It's very sturdy. It doesn't feel like it would, fall apart if you sneeze next to it. It's got this cool little Mario keychain thing that you can tug down. But, as far as lamps go, I would say it's a pretty nifty little, like, desk lamp that you can use to illuminate small areas and whatnot. And like I said, so far construction wise, like the actual shade itself doesn't feel too flimsy. I don't feel like I could bend it with my mind or anything, or poke holes in it very easily. It seems very well constructed, and it wasn't too expensive either. The original price was $40, which in today's day and age, that's not too bad. If you're into, wanting to make your little bland area, nerd it out a little bit more, then I would highly suggest this lamp for you. And I'm not just saying that because, I really care about these people down over there. I'm saying I wouldn't have bought this if I thought it was just a piece of garbage. You know what I mean? I'm not really into buying crap. Unless it's like Sekiro. I'm not gonna lie, I am a sucker for basically anything FromSoft, and I've bought some pretty cheesy FromSoft things, and I don't care because I'm a huge fan, especially Sekiro stuff. I bought some pretty jacked up Sekiro statues, but they're still Sekiro, you know what I mean? So I digress. Like I said, if you've got kids around or anything, I feel like this thing could take like a beating if it falls off your desk or something like that, and it could still go strong. So I would highly recommend this light right here. Also, it looks like there may be a way to attach something else. There's a thread on the outside of where the bulb goes, so there may be some accessories or something that go to this that kind of make the lamp a little bit cooler. Like you might be able to add a secondary shade or something that lights up with different colors or whatnot. But yeah, so okay, here we go. We're gonna move on to the next thing. This right here, I really debated on getting this. As a collector, I'm more into collecting unique things. My most mainstream thing that I collect is probably Funko Pops, which is still pretty mainstream. But as far as like modern day action figures and stuff like that go, I usually don't buy into stuff like that. And Like, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but I have some of the old school X-Men figures and stuff like that back from when I was a kid, but I mainly have those just because it's nostalgic to my time as a child, you know what I mean? I got some old school Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures, like the Vampire Donatello and the Soccer Raphael, stuff like that, but like I said, that's just mainly due to my childhood nostalgia. Like, I have the original Ninja Turtles blimp from like 1993. I would have it up, but it's got a pinhole in it somewhere. But that's a whole other rabbit hole right there. So this one right here, I honestly don't know why I got it. Like I said, I'm not usually into buying these things unless there's some sort of like weird, obscure character. But for some reason, I had to get this today. It's the Star Wars, the Black Series. Now, I'm not knocking the Black Series action figures. I'm not trying to put them down or say anything negative about them. Just for me as a collector, it doesn't really... I don't know. So let me use comic books as an example. When you go through like the Bronze Age and the Silver Age and the Golden Age and all that, you know, back in those days, comic books weren't as mainstream as they are now. So there was very limited that were made. And also the type of paper that they were made with was very biodegradable. Like, it deteriorated really easy. So it's very hard to find comics from those time periods. And nowadays, with everything going digital and technology advances made with the type of paper to allow them to last longer, and the mass production that happens when a comic series is released, it kind of really dropped the value of the comic. And to me, that's what mainstream modern day action figures kind of do. They're everywhere, they're mass produced, they're easy to find. Like I said, I'm not knocking these. I'm not saying that they're crappy or anything like that. It's just they're not for me. But for some reason, I saw this and I had to have her. I don't really see too much of her. And even as a character herself, she wasn't in the show very much. But when I was watching it, she made a huge impact on me. I just thought she was a badass. You know what I mean? Just down in the middle of all this chaos going on up above her, and she don't even care. She just still ting ting making stuff as stormtroopers are shooting behind her. You know what I mean? That's just straight thug life going on right there. I've had opportunities to buy like the Mandalorian, and I know Marvel has like the Legends series and all that, and they do have a lot of really cool figures. That's a huge rabbit hole for me. There are so many of them, and when I collect something, I like to collect all of them and have everything almost like a completionist. And right now, my thing is Funko Pops. It may be these later on down the road, but I just thought this was pretty cool. You know, I know that they're durable action figures and they're very detailed. I mean, they're not like $600 detailed statues, but for being just an action figure that's mass produced, it's pretty darn detailed. You know what I mean? And like I said, for her as a character, she just stuck out to me, and she was there, so I had to pick it up. But like I said, usually I don't get these kind of things. This is more of like something I would buy for my kid or something like that. But yeah, all right, so let's move on to the next thing. So I'm a big Demon Slayer fan. I'm not the biggest Demon Slayer fan in the world. I'm not going to sit there and try to claim that title or anything. I think it's ridiculous, but I do like the show. I do get a kick out of it, and you know, I can't wait to get more of it. But I have been finding quite a few statues, especially ones that are authorized by Bandai Namco themselves. And usually these statues or collectibles or whatever you want to call them are of pretty good quality. I haven't really come across any Demon Slayer statues that are... you know what I mean? Everyone that I've seen have been pretty damn good, or, you know, thereof. So I go into the GameStop today, and I saw these sitting there. Now, I was only able to get 2 of them because the third one had sold out. I'm not sure exactly what the third one was. The gentleman that was working there said that he wasn't there when they came in. He just knew that they had 1 extra of Nezuko, and dun, 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 this guy, I saw him sitting on the shelf, Tanjiro. So naturally I had to get him. So let's go ahead and open these up. It's a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to open them, and I want to leave them in the box. Not that I would ever sell them or anything like that, but I feel like the value of them drops a little bit. Like I said, not the monetary value, like the collector value, but I'm getting to a point right now where I don't have a lot of room. I'm running out of space to put things. Hopefully here pretty soon, we're going to turn this into my daughter's room. We're going to put up a false wall right back here. And we have a room that's separate from the house downstairs that my wife is currently using for storage. But I hope to one day turn that into the new man cave. Not that I don't love my family or anything like that, but when you have 4 kids in the house, it can get quite loud sometimes. And after a long day of work, I really need my peace and quiet, you know what I mean? But let's see. I always forget to grab a knife or a razor blade or something to cut the tape on these. Like I said, I don't like to just tear the box open, because to me, the box, I mean, these are some pretty dang cool boxes. As you can, I don't know if you can see with the glare and all that, but I have a Sonic the Hedgehog figure that actually I haven't opened it yet, and if I have enough time at the end of this video, I'll show it to you. And I don't really plan on opening it anytime soon, just because the background is, well, the inside of the box is almost like a set for the figure. Like, it's got blocks it stands on that are popping out of the inside of the box, and I have a Mega Man that's like that as well. It's got Cut Man and Mega Man. It's the pixel figures. But it's got a part of the box, you push a button and it makes the sound effects of Mega Man entering the Cut Man boss arena. Alright, so we got this open. You know, typical statue or collectible setup. You know, most days right now, this is the best way for statues to come, because there's a lot of cushion. And it takes up very little space. Man, they really taped this one. Shoot, let me see. Oh, I got my Leatherman on me, my little baby Leatherman. All right, let's open it up. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Okay. Sorry. All right. Like I said, and this is pretty typical for most statues these days. I know the average person doesn't buy statues like me or the. I'm pretty weird. I spend a lot of money. Not like Bill Gates money, but I spend more money than I should. Way more money than I should. But here we go. Okay, so this seems to be pretty basic. It seems like it's just like her and a scenario, a background scenario. Usually when I get statues or figures like this, there's a few different pieces that you have to put together. But this one's pretty cool and basic in a sense that there's not like too much going on. You know what I mean? I've seen some statues and figures where there's just way too much going on, and like the pieces, all the pieces having to fit together, and I'm always afraid I'm gonna lose a piece. But she seems like she's one entire figure, which is really cool, and it's a lot of stress off my shoulders. as a collector with 4 kids. You know what I mean? Stuff happens sometimes, but she seems pretty cool. It's a nice little set piece if you're wanting to just drop something up on a shelf and, you know, show your love for the show. With her as a figure, she's pretty detailed. You know, you can look at the eyes, and she's got some good detail in her eyes. Her outfit matches really well. I have seen a couple statues of her in particular where her hair color doesn't match up right, and it's like some weird obscure color, like gray and purple and brown. But this seems to have gotten her hair color right down at the ends. But I mean, it feels pretty solid. It looks nice and clean. I definitely would recommend this for the average Demon Slayer fans as well as the hardcore fans. Like I said, it's not too big, but it's not too small at the same time. It's just something, you know, to make like a little shelf or something, just pop just enough. But she seems really sturdy. That's one thing I always look for in a figure or a statue. Is it sturdy? Is it going to be able to handle a move if I have to move? Is there a whole bunch of moving parts? Am I going to be afraid of it breaking? The attention to detail, things like that. You know, is it easy to clean? That's a big one. I live up in the mountains, out in the country, and we get a lot of dust here. So when I have to go through my collectibles, you know, I've got to clean them probably once a month or so. And when you get to a point where you have so many of them, like, am I going to be able to feasibly do this without it interrupting too much of my normal life? You know what I mean? So, yep, I do definitely give her a 2-buy. But we will move on to the next thing. Oh, going back to the Black Series thing, if you're into that sort of thing, I do recommend a 2-buy. If you're a huge fan of the show and all that. Like I said, these kind of things usually just aren't for me. I'm more of a obscure collector, so... but I definitely do give to fans of that show a 2-buy. Alright, now we are going to... Ooh, spilt my Red Bull. We're going to open up Tanjiro. If you guys can't tell, I drink a lot of Red Bull, too. I love Red Bull. I'm a straight up junkie. So it seems like this set actually has a theme, and he's got some pieces when you pop it open, and this is actually typical with statues of Tanjiro. I've noticed this, that his blade actually comes separate, so you just have to get it and pop it in. I think, you know what, as a matter of fact, every statue or collectible I have of him, it's been like this, where you have to connect the blade to the hilt and all that. So, but I didn't have any issues putting it in there. As you can see, you know, I'm tapping it right now and it's not popping off. That's something that you'll find too with a lot of, especially statues of lower quality. You'll find that when you put the pieces like this in, you know, it's just like a wedge action. So when you're putting it in, it's using the pressure of itself to stay locked in. And a lot of times you'll get pieces that they're too perfectly cut, and they slide in and slide out. There's no gripping action or friction going on, so it doesn't stay in. But as you can see, I just popped this in, and I'm flicking it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's staying in. And let me see if it's even loose at all. Nope, it seems to be fine. And this seems to be a common theme where they have some sort of background. So I'm assuming that maybe all the statues in this series will have this kind of common theme background. Let me see if I can... I don't know. Oh, there we go. Nope. Yep, it's fine. Bam. See, and that's what I'm talking about right there. a lot of times I've had quite a few statues that I've had to glue together because that didn't fit. So I slid it in. You can see I'm holding it upside down right now, and he's gripped in there really well. Another thing too, like I said, he's all one piece, say for the actual blade itself. For the most part, he's got really good detail in him as well. You can see a lot of the wrinkles and stuff in his jacket, which I think is really cool. They got his mark perfect, and look, like, I don't know if you can see that, but if you can look, you can even see his earring is like in motion with his body, like it's just flapping as if he was actually doing something, and then it's not like just a painting on his ear or something like that. But even down to everything, like the wrinkle in his pants and everything, this is a definite to buy right here for the average collector and above. You know, even people that aren't collectors, I highly recommend this set as just cool little set pieces. You can use them as bookshelf bookends. You know what I mean? It weighs about 1.5 pounds, I would say. So you could definitely use them as bookends and push the books together, as long as they're not like Webster's dictionaries or anything like that. But very cool pieces. I'm actually already really liking these, and I will have to find a spot ASAP for these. So there we go, Tanjiro. This set, what was this set called? So it's the DSR Tanjiro Komodo exclusive. It's the Ichibansho figure. Ichibansho. This is a company I haven't heard of yet. But hopefully they keep making stuff like this. There seems to be some sort of number on the inside. I don't know if that's like the number that it was, like that number was specifically made. But yeah. Okay, so here's the last thing that I got today. I've been buying a lot of little things like this. I'm not sure what company this is. I don't know if it's like an actual Bandai. Oh, it's Banpresto. It's some sort of statue line that they have that's very similar to like the Good Smile company. And I do have a couple of other ones just like this that are Demon Slayer, and I have a couple of Naruto that are just like this, and I think I do have a Goku. That's this same company right here. So when I open this box up, it's going to be the figure in there, and more than likely at the waist, it's going to be split in half. Hi, Ninetales. And what you have to do is you have to put the waist together. So, where'd you go? Come on, baby. You want to get in my lap? Come on. No? Okay, whatever. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this up. I really do like this set. Like I said, I have a few of these. I've got a few My Hero Academia characters that are just like this. I've got quite a few Naruto ones that are like this. And they're pretty sturdy characters. And it'll be like plastic bags that are all sealed up together, and you got to cut them open. Yeah, there we go. Yep. It's exactly what I thought it would be. So I do have quite a few of these. You see how it comes just like this? It's not like what you would say is a statue per se, but they are collectibles. And I do consider there to be a difference. Statue to me is something like, I don't know how many of you guys out there got the Horizon Zero Dawn Collector's Edition. To me, that's like a statue right there. In fact, I have that right up here. I don't know if you guys can see that up there in my Aloy. That was one of the very first pieces I ever collected. It was like that and a couple of God of War. It was like the God of War Ascension gift set, and I had the Hellboy 2 Golden Army Blu-ray gift set, and it came with like one of the little figures that you had to piece together. The Golden Army guys that had the sword for the arm and stuff. But these, so the way that these are set up usually, she's not as detailed as some of the other pieces I bought, like my All Might. I have an All Might one that's just like this, and he had several pieces. I would say, I want to say around like 15 or 16 pieces of him knitted to be put together. It was like a whole bunch of people that you have to connect to his shoulders, like he was holding them all up. But usually the way that these are set up is it's just like a little platform. You see, and it's got a notch in it, and then the foot has like a little carving or a cutout, so you know which way to put it. And slide that in. And this is another brand I've never really had an issue with. You know, talking about this same principle of having to assemble them and put them together. For the most part, this company gets it really well. And when you slide them together. So her head was a really cool fit. I paid $25 for this, mainly just because I'm a huge fan. I would say for the average collector, I would probably have to say not to buy, just because of how small it is and the price of the actual figure itself. But for diehard fans, it's well worth the money. She's a pretty cool, obscure character in the show. But I definitely like it, like I said, just because I'm a huge fan and I am a collector. But for the average everyday person, I don't think that you would take as much joy in it as people like I would. But it's still a really cool little piece. But if you were on an extremely tight budget and you were just looking for a couple of things here and there to decorate your office or something like that, I would definitely go more with the other two that I presented here. So hopefully, you know, some of you guys out there got some helpful information. I plan on doing a lot more videos like this. Like I said, I collect a lot of things, and I like to check out a bunch of stuff. And you know, check out your local GameStop. You know what I mean? A lot of my things I collect and receive are through the people over at my GameStop that, you know, they help me search the internet, and even things that GameStop exclusively gets. Like a couple years ago, they got the official Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles duel sets, where it came with like Michelangelo and Alfred came in a box, and Batman and Leonardo were in another box, and Shredder and Ra's al Ghul were in a box. So they do have a lot of cool things down there. Target's also got a really cool little section back in the corner over by the video games. But the places that you want to go and check out, Good Smile, let's see, Max Factory. These are companies that have really good collectibles. And a lot of times all you really have to do is type in, like if you're into Marvel or anything like that, just type in Marvel collectibles, and the companies that make these statues will pop up. But Bandai Namco have a really good selection of a lot of things as well, and I hope to go in depth with these in the future through more episodes. But if anybody out there has any questions, or maybe wants me to check something out that's like within fairly reason, I don't have any intentions on going and buying $1,000 statues here anytime soon, maybe later down the road. But for now, this is just going to be like basic everyday stuff that you would find at your local stores, or maybe on Amazon or something like that. But I hopefully, if we can hit 100 subscribers, I would like to hold a contest for a digital copy of Horizon Forbidden West when it comes out. So hopefully we can hit this mark soon. And thank you for everybody that came by.